I really don't want to go over the party pad today because most of us have seen that, or if you haven't, I can send you a video, or you guys can stay after at the very end so we can kind of go over the whole party pad demonstration. Pretty much for you guys that don't know, just kind of a refresher. This is your party pad. Okay, you've got the front, and of course the second pad. Good morning, guys. Katie, so Zoom doesn't mess up. Where do you want them to sit?
Right here.
Yeah, they're good right there. Okay, come over here.
I think so. Well, Angela, you might have to wait.
Okay, so the party pack, guys, over you guys that are new, use the party. The first, of course, is going to go over have you tried that crazy wrap thing. It's going to talk about the little customer program, the products, and all of the incentives to being a little customer. Okay, join the party. Come on, lady. Is there any more seats? That's all right. Hey there, how are you? Okay. Yeah, that's right there. Okay. I'll stand there until we get to the computer. Okay. So, and as we know, the join the party part is pretty much going over the steps to success. The steps to success first, of course, is joining the business for $99. Running your ADVD auto ship, which keeps us position qualified, keeps us getting paid every month, regardless if we, sell $150 or, however much we sell. When you run your auto ship, you're going to continue to get paid, okay? Step 2, of course, as we know, is sign your first 4 little customers. When you get those 4 little customers signed, what are you going to get?
$120 in free product.
Good. So $120 in free product, and can somebody tell me what you can use that product for? If you're like me, you can use it to be a product of the product, okay? You guys know how important it is to have your own results, whether that's with the wrap or, for example, the cleanse right now. Who's using the cleanse?
I get here.
I know it's on its way.
How is it? Hey, I like it.
You have to shake it up really, really, really good and put it better. It's still nasty, but take it with water.
Okay. You have been told that it's not so good.
No.
What, like a peppery? No. but it's a gentle cleanse, so you won't be on the toilet, right?
That's true.
That's a perk, because if you guys are like me, nobody's got time for that, right? Okay, I ain't got time for that. So, use some of those products with $120 and get your own results, because, if you guys have watched anybody on Facebook, these are personal results, you're probably going to be more than likely excited to try the product, or more likely to try the product if you see them using it, okay? Like I always tell all of the distributors that I go talk with that are potential, they ask me about the $80 auto ship, and they ask me why it's so crucial. And I always tell them, I say, girl, okay, let's say you came up to me and you said, Brittany, have you ever used a wrap, or have you tried the greens? And I tell you no, what are you probably going to do? If that was me, I'd turn around and walk out the door, okay? Because she's not using her own products, therefore, why do I want to try her products, okay? So that's why it's crucial to run that auto ship. But with that $120 in free product, when I first started, I was broke, okay? We didn't have a whole lot of money. So for me, it was crucial to buy wraps so I could pay off, so I could make money to pay off some credit card debt, okay? So that is the step 2. We know for every 2 little customers that we get, we're going to get a box of wraps for $25, okay? And then step 3 is find 3 people that want to make more money, okay? And that's where our hundreds list is so crucial, because, you want to have that hundreds list, or want to jot down those people's names, you want to offer them the opportunity, okay? You always want to make sure that you're offering the little customer program and the distributor part, okay? Because you never know the person that might need the money, okay? Right now, we do have a $1,000 bonus. Who's going for the $1,000 bonus, okay? Come on, guys. Everybody's hand should be raised here. $1,000? Oh, I forgot. Okay. I'm sorry. $2,000 bonus. Okay. My bad. It's a long day. Okay. $2,000 bonus, $1,000 for all of our new users. $2,000 enrolled, and then $3,000 bonus. Does that help you guys? Okay. All right, so before we really get started, I'm just going to kind of tell you guys a little bit about myself. I am Brittany Austin. You guys should all be on the KMWRAPS page. My husband and I started this business a little over, 4 years ago on the 24th of this month. And I went to a wrap party and tried. All right, so I went to a wrap party October of 2011, and I tried this wrap. My mom went with me, and I had some great results. And if any of you guys know my husband, he thought it was a bunch of crap. He was like, "That's not gonna work. What do you got on your stomach?" And so we actually went to the Fall Festival, and we walked around, and we came home, and I was like, 4 inches. And he was like, "What? No, you didn't." So it was really cool just to be able to see my results within, my first couple of hours. Now, we can't say inch loss anymore for new distributors, okay? It is considered a medical term, but we're all in here. I know you guys aren't going to tell me. Okay? So, I actually didn't have the money to sign on at the time. So what CJ and I did was we actually waited till tax time. So as of February 24th, we got our tax money back. And then it was $199 for us to invest in our business, okay? So we invested into our business, and I was wanting to sell wraps because I knew that if I sold those wraps, that I could put all that money back into my pocket, and I could either buy more stuff for our business or I could pay off credit cards. For any of you guys who have heard about my story, I like to shop. My husband likes to shop. It's not good, okay? So we actually accumulated anywhere from $45,000 to $50,000 in credit card debt. It was a lot of credit card debt, and that was from just doing stupid stuff, okay? And this business has allowed us, April of this year, we will be completely credit card debt free. And we were just really started paying off our credit cards probably in the last 1.5 years, 2 years. So we would have never been able to pay off all the debt that we have if it wasn't for this business. So I actually promoted in this business pretty quick to start with. I got in February. A month and a half, I promoted to Emerald. That's pretty quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was the first distributor in this area, which I will tell anybody helped me just a little bit. But the cool thing about this business is, you can promote, and I actually passed the lady that signed me up. That's how you know that it's not a pyramid scheme for anybody that gets asked that, because I'm sure you guys do. So another thing that happened to me right after that, I got to Emerald quick. I was 2 distributors from Diamond, and my whole entire team quit on me. Okay, every single person that was working in my business decided they didn't want to do it anymore. They all quit on me. So it went back just to being me. Okay, my check went from a good $2,000 check at Emerald to about a $200 check. Okay, barely covering my auto ship every month. So that's why I tell everybody is, if I would have quit right after that, then I wouldn't be where I'm at in this business. So it's so crucial, regardless of what your journey is. Some of us build so quick, and we are just some of us are runners. Some of us, we might walk, and it might take us a little longer. And that's why anybody in this business, they will tell you that this is a 5-year plan. Okay, because tell me this. In any of your jobs, if you go into your CEO or your boss tomorrow and tell them you want a raise, are they going to give you a raise?
No.
Okay. All right. Exactly. And like I tell everybody, if you guys want a raise, what do you have to do on your check this month? What do you have to do? You got to work a little bit harder. Okay. Your team's got to work a little bit harder. And for me, if you're like me, I don't mind a little bit of hard work, because we should all have a why in here, right? My child and my husband are my why. And we eventually want to bring my husband home to where he doesn't have to work anymore. And that might not be what you guys want to do. You might just want some money for your nails every month, or you just might want $500. But for us, that's what we want. So always remember your why, and always remember that the only way you will not be on stage, and that you will not be able to be a stay-at-home mom, or you won't be able to bring your husband home, is if you quit. Okay. Whether it takes you a year to get to Ambassador Diamond, or it takes you 5 years to get to Ambassador Diamond, is there anywhere out here without a college degree, or maybe with a bachelor's degree, you're going to make $500,000 a year? Okay. I'll be the first to tell you, I'm still in school right now for my bachelor's degree. Don't ask me how long I've been in school, because it's a long time. All right. I should have about 10 bachelor's degrees right now. But that's the cool thing about this business is, the income that we're able to make for our family, and the income we're able to help others on our team make, that's something that my college education is not going to give me. So when I'm done with my bachelor's degree, It's going to go up on the wall in my office, and that's all it's going to be used for unless it's ever needed, Lord willing. Okay. Kind of how this is going to work. We're actually not going to do questions during the training. We're actually just going to wait till the very end. So make sure you guys have some pens and paper on you. That way, as I'm going over things and some of the leaders are going over things, you guys can just jot notes down. Okay. All right. So let me get my notes out. Here we go. Do what? Oh, that's good then. That's awesome. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So what we're going to start out with today is we are going to start out with East Week. Okay. I know a lot of people get into the business and
Those lights.
I know a lot of people get into this business and is that better?
Yeah, a little bit.
A lot of people get into the business and they just don't, might not know how to navigate through each week. So we're just going to go over some of the basics first, and then we're going to kind of get into some other different things with that, okay? So you can even log in to your eSuite on your phone and with your Wi-Fi. You can go to Get. You can get some free Wi-Fi through here. Okay, so first, of course, everybody, I'm actually using my husband's right now because I'm going to be charting somebody in a little bit, so we're just going to use his account for now. But of course, everybody that's a new distributor, if you look at the top left-hand corner, of course, you're going to see your ID number. The first tab is your messages tab. Okay, I've got messages that I have not read from my sponsor probably back in 2012. So that is where you can get messages. For me personally, I don't use that. They may hear use that feature. Mm-hmm. Okay. You'll probably never click on that. Hence why I have unread messages. Okay. Next, of course, you have your commissions. Okay. Your commissions, we all know that is exactly where you find out what your commission checks are. If you go to weekly commissions, you'll see where your fast start bonuses are. Does anybody not know what a fast start bonus is? You got some good leaders training you if you guys know what that stuff is. Okay, so that's where you find out where your fast start bonuses are at. Okay, so next is our reports. Okay, and this right here is the meat and potatoes of your whole entire business. All right. First off, the most important thing that I use on this entire database right here is volume total by distributor. Okay, and you guys are going to see. This, like I said, this is my husband, so you guys are going to see some distributors that are on his team, and you guys are going to see volumes. I know a lot of people come up to me and they say, how do I look at the volumes and stuff of the distributors on my team? This is exactly how you do it, okay? So you guys can see February of 2016, so of course that's the month that we're in. If you do the drop-down box, you can actually go and see all the way from, probably when you started, to current, okay? Then you're going to have PBV, which we know is personal bonus volume, and what that is considered is that is your auto shipment, and that is your all your little customer orders, okay? And GV, you see it's 12,171 right now. That is all of these people combined. That is their volumes, okay? All right. So that's pretty much what that looks like. Of course, you guys can go on, to the next couple of pages on your own and, see that. You can email these little buttons over here. You can email your distributors. You can do all kinds of stuff. But for me, when you get up into the higher rates, this is the perfect place to go to check all that stuff out, okay? All right. So next, we're going to go to downline activity. Okay, you guys see here it says downline activity. All right. When you want to find out exactly the little customers, the distributors, the people that are being added to your team every month, this is where you need to go, okay? So there's 74 people on his team that's been added this month. So you guys can see how many people have added, the little customer distributors. You can see all that kind of stuff on here, okay? That's crucial to keep up with. Just so you know who's signing people on your team, you can reach out, you can congratulate them, you can tell them, hey, awesome job, whatever. But this is really crucial. I probably go to this thing maybe 10 times a day. So like I said, this is a good place to go to for as far as your eSuite goes. Let's see here. I don't think people check this a lot, but this is something crucial that you should check. This is the lead section, okay? And the lead section is pretty much where somebody has found your website, okay? They found that through Google or through the company's website, and these people are pretty much messaging you saying that they want more information, okay? You'd be amazed. I get a lot more leads than CJ does, but I had missed like 5 leads one time, and they were from like 6 months ago because I wasn't checking this like I should have. So make sure you're going to leads, because you will kick yourself in the butt if you message one of these people and it's 5 months after and they say, oh, I'm sorry, I've already signed with somebody else. It's a little disappointing, right? Okay, so make sure you're keeping a check on your leads. Right here where you see first time rank achieved, you can actually see the people on your team that has promoted for the last couple of months, so you can check that. You can check your Wrap Rewards report to see, check your little customers and to see when you have Wrap Rewards. And remember, those do expire within your 60 days, so make sure you use those. Let's see here.
What was the first one you went to? Volume total by distributor?
Volume total by distributor, yeah. This is one of my favorites right here. I love this. Well, you can't see it on here because I don't enroll anybody under him as of right now. But it's called your Steps to Success, okay? And we all know what Steps to Success is. This is pretty much going to show you every single month what you need to do as far as your Steps to Success goes, okay? So let's say we all know that we need 3 distributors for your Steps to Success and 4 little customers. It's actually going to show you how many of those that you have and how many that you need for the month. And it's going to show you, their pay rank, their level up underneath you, because depending on what level people are, of course, we know that you get paid on certain levels, okay? So Steps to Success is something else that I use. And if you're diamond and above, if you're not diamond and above, enhanced leadership is something else that I use. And enhanced leadership is just showing, as far as tab bonuses go, if you're getting the 80, 120, 40, and what that is how much money you get off of each person that joins your organization. Right? Okay, so we're going to go next. We know rank, of course, is going to show you what rank you are. So he's diamond, so you'll see that. And it's also going to show you like how, how far you are from your next rank, okay? Document library is huge for your business. If you have not visited document library, you need to, all right? So there's a couple of things that you can go to. First off is your hundreds list. Who has a hundreds list in here? All right. If you do not have a hundreds list, jot that down, okay? What the hundreds list is, we're going to pull it up real quick. The hundreds list is pretty much just something, looks just like this. It's for you to write names, phone numbers, and emails down. Now for me, I don't really email anybody unless they email me, and sometimes I call people, but I'm more of a text type person. So I usually put their name, and then I'll put how I know them, okay? So whether it's Facebook or Instagram or, text messages, or we have an event coming up for the bridal fair in a couple of weeks, so I would put bridal fair contact, whatever, okay? So your hundreds list is crucial. Another thing about the hundreds list is when you are, when you're going through your hundreds list, just go through there and add people. Don't think about it, okay? Anybody that you can just remotely think of, don't think to yourself, oh, they're not going to want this. Just add their name and contact them. For me, I try to add at least, probably at least 50 people a week to this list, okay? And that's where your Facebook and your Instagram comes into play, okay? It doesn't just have to be your warm market. Warm market is people that we know, but it can be your cold market too, all right? So hundreds list, you've got forums, so you can, well, you don't really need, well, you got your little customer forum, your distributor forum, you can look at that on there. Your training and your business building. If you want to print out charts, you go down about halfway to the page, you're going to see the charts that you need to print out to get to your next rank, okay? I promise God it's going to be more fun this boring stuff, all right? Promise. All right, okay. So next is auto shipment, all right? We've got our auto shipment tab. To change your auto ship, you guys see we have the auto ship set up. To change the auto ship, we just go to edit, all right? Now, what happens to some people is they don't click save at the end of their auto ship. Has anybody ever had that happen before? And they got the same, okay. And that's what happens. Make sure you click save your shipment up here, all right? If you don't click save your shipment, you're gonna get the same thing you had last month, all right? Some people learn that's hard way, then you gotta mail it back and it just gets a big mess, okay? So when you change it, make sure you click save at the top. Same for your loyal customers. You guys don't wanna keep off loyal customer, do you? No, I don't, okay? So make sure you're doing that, all right? Next is settings. As far as your settings go, you can actually find your 1099 there, which is how much, of course, you made for 2015. You can change your billing, your website. You can actually change that there. Let's say you don't want to do cjaustin.myworks.com anymore, and you want to do Skinny Wrap Dude or something. I don't know. Then you can change that there. Okay. Next is orders. So under orders, you can create a new order, okay? If you guys have ever ran an auto ship and you say, oh my gosh, I didn't order my greens, I need some greens, you can go back right here and you can add something to your cart without having to do an auto shipment again, okay? Loyal customer orders, order history, you'll see that. And then this is the loyal customer orders, all right? And then right below it, you'll see applicator rewards, which is where you redeem your applicators for your $25 in wraps. And then we all know enroll a new customer is where you go to enroll retail loyal customers and distributors. Okay. A lot of times, anybody hate calling customer service? Come on, guys.
I don't mind calling.
Okay. I don't have to call customer service anymore because we've got a BAM. But still, a lot of times, especially after the 25th, those hold times are ridiculous, right? Okay. So instead of having to call customer service, you can do what we call submitting a support ticket, and it's pretty much just emailing the company, okay? So you're going to go up here to create new ticket, and then you're going to click your category, okay? So here's categories. You can do, let's say, an auto shipment, compensation, compliance, e-suite, whatever your topic is, and your subcategory. Type the message here, type your subject, and click create ticket, okay? The next couple of days, normally it takes 24 to 48 hours for them to get to you, so just keep checking back, and they will actually email you back, okay? If it's something that's urgent, of course you need to call customer service, but it's not, then, like I said, creating a support ticket is the best way to go about doing it, okay? It Works You, as you guys see this tab here, It Works You is not currently available. I know I posted on the KMWRAPS page and Jody posted on the Dream Team that John Eric, which was our Chief Adventure Officer, he is no longer with the business. So you're not going to have social media adventure anymore. Some of that stuff might be on YouTube. I'm not sure. You could probably check that out. But currently you can't do the It Works You training either, okay? So what I have been doing for all of my new distributors, I have actually just been sending them Ashley Hughes' training videos, and there's 4 videos, and it pretty much covers the exact same thing that is covered in our e-suite training, okay? Those 4 videos are crucial. I try to get my distributors to watch those within their first 48 to 72 hours. That way they know exactly, what they're talking about when they're trying to talk to prospects, okay? All right, guys, we're going to close out e-suite now. Actually, we're going to do another thing. All right, so who wants to know how to chart here? You guys want to know how to chart this information? Okay. The biggest thing I tell everybody is actually, and you know what? Does anybody in here use the beta charter on eSuite? So we're not going to use that either because I hate it. All right. There is something where you can actually chart on here. Like I said, I don't like it. I get confused. I'm not very techy anyway, so if you are, you're more than welcome to try. I personally like paper, okay? I gave everybody their chart to start with. I'll tell you a big tip for you guys. I'm not really like, I don't mind, like I like saving trees and stuff, I guess you could say, but go get this laminated, okay? First off, it's going to save on paper, but second off, it's just one of those things where you can just wipe it clear and start. I did that the other day. Katie, Mary, Nikki, a bunch of us have them where they're laminated. It's just 10 times easier because if you guys are charting any kind of chart, you guys know that you're erasing names probably 2 times a day at least. Okay, so all right, so starting out, everybody have their charts in front of them. first we know that it's so crucial for us to get to rubies, okay? If you guys look at, for us diamonds, to go diamond, it takes us having 3 rubies in our organization, okay? So it's so crucial for everybody's goal in here to be a ruby. A lot of people say, well, what about executive? Executive's awesome, but our steps to success is actually setting us up for ruby, all right? So pretty much, let's get a ruby chart in front of us. We need one. All right. Anybody else don't have one?
Retarded. Is it just all of them?
All right, so everybody needs ruby, right?
Well, it's just whoever wants it.
So whatever your next promotion is.
Whatever your next promotion is. Do what?
I mean,
Emerald. Okay. All right. So for me, I do my charting a little bit differently. For me, I'm kind of one of those people where I like everything right in front of me. So the first thing when I get out a brand new chart, first thing I do is I write all my prospects. Okay. I write my prospects out beside my chart because I like to know who my prospects are, and I like to be able to think about those prospects before I put those in one of those boxes. Okay. When you are charting, you're of course going to need your e-suite, especially if you have distributors under you. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go to the organization viewer right here. Okay. So look, we're going to chart. All right. We're going to chart somebody on Liz's team real quick. All right. Whose box is Ruby underneath? All right. So as far as Nicole goes, okay. And you see how we just keep bringing people down. You can also go to the tree viewer, which you can actually see the loyal customers and stuff too. Just kind of what you guys want to do as far as what you prefer. Okay. So we have 3 people, 3 direct legs, okay? You guys see here under you've got an executive and you've got 4 400 boxes, okay? As far as that goes, an executive, as we know, is one person that has 2 people underneath them, okay? So, who's her? Is that? Oh, okay.
I'm blind, y'all.
Okay.
Okay. Brittany, what did you guys do to get there?
That is the organization viewer. Okay, so Pam is going to be our executive. Okay, so Pam's our executive, and then what do you do? Christy and Brittany. Christy.
They're all rubies. So go down again. Go to Pam. Put that one. And I'll be your executive.
Okay, so she's the So Pam is the executive. And so you see here, she has Crystal and Petrie. Okay, she's got Crystal and Petrie under her, all right? So Crystal and Petrie are going to go right here, all right? What do they need?
400.
400, okay? Normally 400, depending on what their customer orders are. Normally 400 is anywhere from 4 to 8 more customers, okay? Now, you got somebody ordering fat fighters, everybody's ordering fat fighters. I hate to break it to you, you're going to need a lot more than that, okay? So, because 23 BB is not much, all right? So, those are going to be her 2, that's going to be her executive. And then, who did you say her 400 legs are? Y'all got people all over the place here.
Yeah. Who are we on?
Jessica.
So she has Christy, who is a ruby as well, because she's just boxed in for emerald.
Okay.
So she's a ruby. Then Brittany is a leg, and Jessica just dying, so that is her 4th one across.
Okay. So pretty much what that means is these other 2 here, somebody, and it can be somebody that's a ruby, because just because somebody's a ruby don't mean they can't have somebody that's higher up than them under them. For example, when I joined the business, you guys have probably heard me talk about Shannon Gouch. She's a presidential on our leg that I personally sponsored, and I was double diamond and she was president. Okay, don't let that discourage you because you actually want people to pass you. Okay, we encourage that here. All right, we don't discourage it. All right, so you want those other 400 legs. All right. Another thing that I'll personally do. Let's say I've got somebody that's personally signing up with me next Wednesday. All right. What I do is when I'm charting, I actually, if I don't have one of these boxes filled, I actually write their name above the box, okay? But what I first off do is I think, okay, is this person going to connect and click with the person that I'm going to place them with. Okay? All right? So, for example, we're going to do an example in here. Okay? So, for example, Katie is my top leg. She's one of my personally enrolled. Okay? I signed Heather back there. Okay? Heather's somebody that I signed. I placed Heather under Katie. Okay? The reason I did that is because I thought they would work good together. Okay? That's kind of what you want to look at when you are looking at placing people, because the last thing you want to do is put somebody with somebody else that's not going to get along. We don't like drama, okay? So make sure you put people together that have similar personalities, or maybe they have something in common. For example, Heather and Katie, they both have 2 sons, okay? That's something in common. Maybe you've got somebody that's got twins on your team and somebody else that has twins on your team. Maybe you've got somebody that's a nurse and somebody else that's a nurse. So find something and compare that, okay? Don't just place them anywhere and everywhere. I used to do that, and it got me kind of in a mess, and I know other people on the team can vouch for the same thing. So you really want to place by personalities and not just, hey, I want to sign somebody, okay? Because what you have to remember at the end of the day, this business is not just about filling boxes, okay? Now, of course, we do have to fill boxes to get to our promotions, but if you look at your business like you're just filling boxes, and you're not looking at your business like we're trying to change people's lives, your business is not going to go anywhere quick, okay? So just remember, it's all about who you're signing and what you can do to help them, okay? So we're pretty much just going to look at the Ruby. Does that kind of help everybody out seeing exactly what charting is? Charting is not hard, but that's why it's so crucial. Let's say you've got 10 prospects. That's why it's so crucial to put them out here to the side. So then you can see, and you can even do your own little coding system, okay? Let's say you've got 10 prospects, but you've got 4 that are very, very promising. Put a star beside them so you know which one of these boxes to put these people in, okay? Does that make sense? Does that kind of make sense to everybody? Okay. If you start getting up higher into the company, Emerald, Diamond, Double Diamond, Triple Diamond, Presidential, then, you still need help charting Emerald. The biggest tip I can give you guys is don't go look at a diamond chart if you're a distributor. Has anybody done that?
I did. No.
I did. I started, and it freaked me out. Okay? Don't do that, all right? Because what you have to understand is, what are we? There's no I in this business, right? We're a team. Exactly right. So when you look at Diamond and you're like, man, that's a lot of boxes. I can't fill that by myself. I can't find that many people to help. That's what you have to remember is you're not alone in this, okay? You're not just doing this by yourself. We're all here to help each other. So make sure that, you do remember that. That's why the step to success is so crucial. Because if you guys were filling out, think of it like this. If you fill out your step to success every month, okay? You make three rubies every month, all right? Or 3 rubies. Hey, girl.
Hey,
Sorry. Is there an extra chair, guys? Okay. Hold on just a second, guys. Let me see if I can get 2 more chairs. Here's some more here. Stephanie, if you want to grab all these chairs and take it back there, if you can squeeze it in there, you can. Okay. Remember what I was talking about?
Boxes.
Oh, I know it was boxes. I don't remember what that box is. Okay. So does everybody pretty good as far as charting to Ruby? Everybody pretty good as far as that goes, okay? And remember, that 400 is crucial. And I know a lot of people talk about the auto ship, but it's a lot easier to get your prospects for 400 if they're running an auto shipment, okay? Because you have to look at it like this. Let's say everybody's running an 80 BV auto shipment, okay? That means technically you only have to get 320 BV by yourself, okay? That's a lot easier. It's a little bit easier when you're running the auto shipment, okay? So if you guys want to, while I'm kind of looking at this, we'll start writing down your prospects, okay? Start writing down your prospects on your chart. That way you guys can kind of see that, and you guys can kind of see where you want to start putting those guys when you start charting to your next promotion,
Are we on the
Another thing too, I didn't hear what she said, but anybody
All right.
that has
So the next thing I want to talk about real quick is, do any of you guys ever feel like, man, you're following up with people, and you're just not getting anywhere? Am I preaching to the choir in here?
Ooh, yes.
All right. I'll tell you what, guys. You have to think to yourself, okay? I want you to think to yourself right now. How long did it take you to sign? Okay? Think to yourself, how long did it take you to sign? How many of you, raise your hand right now if it's your second time in this business. I actually did know.
I did.
Hey, you're doing good, Nancy. Oh no. So that's what I'm saying. You have to look at it like that. You have to look at, oh my gosh, such and such is not signing. The biggest thing in this business is positivity. Okay? Do you guys ever think there are months I don't get discouraged? But let me tell you what, I wouldn't let nobody in this room know that. Okay? I could have the worst day of my life and I wouldn't tell nobody. My Facebook would never know it. Our KMWRAPS page, you wouldn't know it. Okay? When I first started this business, like I said, I signed in February. September of that year, I didn't sign anybody from September all the way to March. Okay? How many months is that? 7 months. All right? I didn't sign anybody for that long. Do you know what it did to me? It tore my nerves up. Okay? But you know what I didn't do? I didn't quit because I kept following up. But what you have to remember is, for example, I'm signing a lady on Wednesday, and she worked with me when I worked full time at the chiropractic office. All right, that was 3 years ago. I'm sorry, I always like hate some up here. That was 3 years. Okay, I have been following up with this lady for 3 years. I know you guys probably think, with some people on the team, man, how is she signing so many people? But what you don't understand is how much time they've invested in that person. Okay, you don't know if it's somebody they've been talking to for a week or somebody they've been talking to for 3 years. Okay, so you have to remember that. We all, so like I said earlier, think to yourself how long it took you to sign. How many of you watched your enroller at least 6 months before you joined this business? Okay. How many of you watched your enroller for a year before you joined this business? All right, guys. How many? You guys watched me for a long time. All right?
Go ahead, 4 years, 5.
Okay, how many of you guys a year and a half before you signed? 2 years.
I've just been up.
3 years? Okay. All right. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. You guys watched your enroller for a long time. Okay? And you know what? Your enroller probably got aggravated at you too. You know that? I mean, just being honest. I mean, especially when they family. All right? Okay. So that's what I'm saying. You guys have to take a look at yourself, and you have to remember how long it took you guys to sign. Right? And you can't get mad at your prospects, because like I have to tell everybody is, this business is completely God's timing. I don't know if you're religious or not, but for me, I am. And I completely and 100% honestly believe that God puts everybody in our business at the right time, at the perfect time. And even if, for example, Liz and Katie or whoever in this room that got started one time, then they quit, that's okay. Because you know what? It wasn't their time the first time around. But God put them back into this for a reason, okay? And I believe that, God put you here for a reason, and He gives us all certain abilities that we need to make sure we're using to our fullest extent to help people. So, as long as you're using those abilities and you're working your business, even if you feel like it's not paying off, one day somebody's going to come to you and they're going to say, you know what? I have been watching you for a year. I've been watching you for 2. I've been watching you for 3, and I'm ready to do this because I want to be able to achieve the stuff that you've achieved. And you know what? That's going to make you feel better than anything. And the time when they get their house out of foreclosure, or they pay off $50,000 in credit card debt, or they're able to come home to their babies, is that not going to make waiting that much longer? Is that not going to make it worth it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Most definitely.
That's what you have to remember. Okay? Because even though we want to give ourselves a pity party, my husband gets tired of my pity parties. He does.
Mine does too.
I mean, because for me, I don't vent. I'm not going to come vent to you guys, okay? I vent to my husband. And I know he tunes me out probably 95% of the time. And that's okay. But,
You get it off your chest.
Exactly. But what you always have to remember is, it's okay to vent for a minute, but at the end of the day, it's got to be here. And every single morning when you wake up, you have to realize, you know what? I'm doing this business for my family, and I will sign a little customer today. I will sign a distributor today. I will earn that $20,000 bonus. And I promise you, if you wake up every day like that, then your business is going to grow. But if you wake up every day and say, oh my gosh, I've only got 2 prospects. oh my gosh, I haven't signed anybody to fill out my step success this month. Let me tell you what you're not going to do.
You're not gonna get
You're
nowhere.
not going to get nowhere. You're not going to sign anybody. You're not going to fill out your steps to success. And you know what? You're probably not going to have a team that's really functioning because of how you're acting. Because you might not realize this, but how we are around people, it really rubs off on people.
Oh yeah.
And if I'm negative all throughout the day, and when I come and get around you guys and I'm negative, you guys are going to be able to tell that, you
Something's off.
something's off. So that's why it's so crucial every day, you know, wake up and do something. Do some kind of, you know, self-development. Whether it's read, you know, do a devotional, or watch a 5-minute video, or listen to a 5-minute video on the way from work, or on the way home to work, or read a chapter of a book, okay? Whatever it is, self-development is so crucial, because as many people that don't want to believe this, leadership, not all of us are born leaders. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Not all of us are born leaders. Some of us are selfish. I'll be the first to tell you, when I first started this business, I was a little selfish, okay? And that's probably why my team quit. You think, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay?
Might be.
And that's when you have to understand, when that happened to me and I learned that, that's when I started doing my leadership, and I learned, you know what? This business is not about me. This business is about other people. And you have to keep that mentality too, okay, as far as the business goes, all right? So, all right, let's see what we got next. Okay, so next is, we're going to talk a little bit about power in pausing, okay? With these pushes going on right now, does anybody ever feel like they can't set their phone down? Okay? All right. The biggest thing that you can do with this business is make time to date your spouse, okay? Make time for your kids, okay? Because I will be the first to tell you, you know, being a stay-at-home mom is so rewarding. But you know what? There are times that, you know, it was crazy because on snow day, I put my phone away for a few hours. And I hung out with my child and CJ, and it was amazing how much stress it took away from me. So what I want you guys to mainly understand is, if your enroller or your upline is not getting back to you within, you know, within an hour or so, then that's okay, okay? Because we all have to put our phone up, all right? I don't know about you guys husbands might be different than mine, but when I'm on my phone all the time, my husband gets ticked. Like, he gets mad. If it's, you know, I was trying to watch the Duke Carolina basketball game last night.
I saw that.
Anyways, no, but like, he's like, are you going to get off that phone and watch this game? And so it's just little things like that, whether you're watching a ball game or you're just going out to dinner. Get off your phone for a couple of hours and just spend time with your significant other. You know, spend time with your kids. Your team can wait for just a little bit. Your team can wait. And if they get upset, then you're just going to have to be honest with you, okay? But I promise you, the biggest way to get burnt out in this business is constantly staying on your phone. And I know for me, I go to a personal trainer every week, and I'm having a lot of issues. I'm going to have to get acupuncture on my neck. You know what that's from? He told me that today. I literally walked out of personal training crying today because he's like, because my neck is so bad. And it's from, he said, it's from doing this all the time. And that's exactly right. So you got to do your body a favor too, okay? You don't want to get burnt out. You don't want to get stressed out. But you really want to just, you don't want to get divorced while you're in this business, right?
No.
Because then your wife's going to leave you, okay? All right? We don't want our wife to leave us, all right? We don't want that, okay? So make sure you're making time for your family. Make sure you're taking time to pause. You know what? If you are pushing hard for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, take some time out, okay? So make sure you guys are doing that, all right? Next thing before I let some of the other ladies get up is fake it till you make it. Oh, and it is my favorite, all right? It is my favorite. And it doesn't, fake it till you make it, maybe not necessarily sound so great, but you might be a brand new distributor, but you better act like you an Ambassador Diamond.
Right.
Okay? Because let me tell you what, the person sitting on the other side of that computer, they don't know, all right? They don't know nothing about this business, all right? Always, of course, we're always going to be honest, but you know what? This is a business. This is not a side job. If you treat it like a business, if you treat it like a hobby, you're going to make hobby money. If you treat it like a business, it's going to pay you like a business, okay? So you need to make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you're faking it till you make it, okay? You go to a wrap party, you need to be confident. You need to stand up there like you know this business, and there ain't one question that you could ask me that I'm not going to know how to answer, okay? And if you don't know how to answer it, you know what you do? For example, if it's about the products, you say, well, I'm not a doctor. You know, I just have to know a little bit about the products. We can't prescribe, we can't treat, and we can't diagnose, but we do have a doctor in our team. I'll get back, I can ask him your question, and I'll let you know the answer, okay? You have to make sure that you're conducting it in a way that still sounds professional, but you don't want to say, well, I don't know, that's a good question. You don't want to say stuff like that, okay? Because regardless, you still want to be professional about it, okay? So fake it till you make it on your Facebook and at parties and everything, okay? Because each of you can be on stage. Each of you can be an ambassador diamond, okay? But it has to be here, all right? If it's not here and you don't get it here first, then you're probably not going to be up there, okay? All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go over some follow-up real quick. And as far as following up, we are going to lead into Nikki and Liz is going to come up here and just talk a little bit about closing the deal. They're going to talk a little bit about leadership and how to sound customers. You guys want to know that kind of stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. One of the biggest things I learned a long time ago is to be organized in this business, okay? Now, there is such thing as being too organized, okay? So, be organized in this business. If you guys walk into my house and you go into my office, you can't walk through my office, okay?
Ain't that bad.
It's not good, okay? I haven't unpacked from conference, if that tells you anything. Okay? Yay! Okay, there's no BB and unpacking, okay? But that's why it's so crucial to be organized in your paperwork, okay? This is what I call the green notebook. And pretty much what it consists of course, we got our product brochure on the front. So when I have somebody messaging me saying, I want to be a little customer, how much is the new you? And I'm like, I don't know how much that is. Hold on a minute. I had somebody at the gym ask me how much something was there, and I was like, girl, I don't even know. Because I didn't know. Because like I tell everybody, you don't have to know every little thing about the products to be successful in this business. You don't have to know the prices to the products. That's what this product brochure is for, okay? You need to know the gist of the products. You need to know that the greens gives you your 8 fruits and vegetables. You need to know that the wraps are going to tighten, tone, and firm. You need to know that the ThermoFit is going to help you boost your metabolism and lose weight. You don't have to know every little thing. The worst thing people can do is try to learn every little thing about the products. Because I don't know about you guys, most people when they come to me wanting to sign up as a loyal, they don't want to know everything either. Because if you throw up on them, they're going to say bye. Okay? So remember, you're not trying to throw up on people, all right? But anyways, so what I have here is a green notebook. And this is, these indexes are 1 through 25, all right? 1 through 25 is because our auto ships run from the 1st to the 25th of every single month, all right? So for example, here's the 14th, all right? So all the little customers that I have auto ship that runs on the 14th, it's under that tab, all right? And their little customer name is at the top. They're in what date they enrolled. Their as run date. So let's say they enrolled on the 4th, but next month they want their auto ship to be on the 15th. That's what's right there, okay? Product to start, what product they wanted to start with. Their credit card expiration date, because sometimes we'll get declined and we need to know if we need to message them and ask them if it's their expiration. And the next is info. So for example, this girl, her mom was interested in being a distributor, okay? So that was just a little information about her, all right? And next at the top it says under DT, okay? This loyal customer was under my sister, okay? So for that being said, sometimes when we're placing loyal customers, when we are trying to promote and we place those loyal customers, you guys ever forget where you place them?
Personal little stock.
Okay. I have done that a million times, okay? You forget where you place them and you're like, oh gosh, I need to follow up with her, but I don't know where she's at, okay? This is how you keep track of it. Because what happens is you forget to follow up with that little customer and their auto ship runs for a $150 order and they didn't want a $150 order, they want a $23 order. Are they gonna be mad?
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna be mad. So make sure you're following up a week in advance with all your little customers. Some people don't like this. I think Sarah, is it you that does the index cards? Okay. Sarah does index cards. Do you have them with you?
No, but
You can maybe post a picture on camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
and then I also something else that helped me big time is I downloaded a separate calendar app and I put when they signed up,
Yeah.
so that I can every day just look at.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
phone does not take my email.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, what everybody has to understand is everybody's different. So what works for me may not work for Angela. Okay. What works for Sherry may not work for me. Okay. So everybody's different. The index system is pretty much just index cards in a box. You can get the ones that you can kind of take.
You can get them like this now.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
They come at Dollar General, $1.
Yeah. So you guys can
That's all.
you guys can get organized for $1. Okay. Or you can do the green notebook. Me, I'm a paperwork person. I used to want to be a teacher before I did it works a long time ago. So I'll paperwork. Okay. So it goes in this. Okay. So like I said, you can do pretty much however you want to do. Just make sure you're keeping up with your little customers. Okay. All right. So next, what I'm gonna have Liz to come up, and she is gonna go over signing customers, and she's gonna go over some leadership, and then Nikki's gonna come up and go over how to close the deal with customers. Okay. If you need the computer or anything, you're welcome to it.
Okay, I'm Liz. You probably see me posted. I am in the military, and that's not why I always get
Tell a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So I came in through Victoria Lawson. She's not here right now, but she hit me up right at the time. He was asleep over there. Pretty much said, you want to lose weight. And yes, I'm in the military. Of course, I had to lose weight because I have to be 167 pounds or less every 2 months. Twice a year we get weighed? Yeah, my fiance's in the military too. So that being said, I was like, sure, I'll go ahead and do this. Then she said, well, you should just be a distributor. I thought she was crazy. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I've done this before. I signed. I'm sure Katie can tell you a horror story. I signed underneath the girl. I was just a number. That's all it was. She said, oh, here you go. Here's your kit. There you go. Boom. I was like, well, what do I do next? I didn't know there was a catalog. I didn't know there was a website. I didn't know anything at all. I was like, I'm not going to do this. She's like, where's your auto shipment? I said, what auto shipment? I didn't even know what she was talking about. I had no clue. I was like, I said, you're crazy. That's what I thought to myself. I was like, I'm about to deploy. I don't have time. So I left the business. Didn't care. Didn't look back. 3 years later, Victoria hit me up. I was like, I want $300 extra, 500. Is that what we said? 500 because of daycare? It's like $600 a month. So like 600 will work. I'm fine. You think I've made 600 yet? No. I just want all y'all to know. No. Have I had it in bonuses? Yes. Is it hard? Yes. What it is I personally, I'll tell you my story. I follow Nikki because she's someone that I admire. So I found someone I admire. Katie's another one, Brittany's another one, and I wanted to be like them. In the military, they teach us, you find someone and you become that person. If I wanted to be a chief, which is the E7, I'm going to have a mentor that's a chief. So I mentored through that. Is Victoria great? Upline? Of course. Shouts me out. I passed her. Does it mean anything? No. We still congratulate each other. We still talk to each other. We still do the whole 9 yards. I have 28 distributors right now. All of them. Half of them are in the military. They're tired of being moms working in the military, or they're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. There's a lot of them. Is it easy? No. Do they want to train? No. Do they want to listen? No. There, half of them are on there. I'm going to wave at y'all. They're listening now because half of them couldn't come.
Somebody wave Jonna, but
she asked like 10,000 questions. She said, you have your hit and runs, right? Who's made executive? Put their hands. Who's made executive? Who's made Ruby? Who hit it in 60 days? Who hit it? No one on my team
Jenny
should
did.
raise their hand because they're trying to, right? So all you see is a bunch of people getting Ruby, or they're getting executive, or they're getting loyals. I personally believe in appraisal if you're going to do your team. Talk about leadership, I'd call every single one of them. I don't care who signed them, because I don't sign everyone. But if I sign them, or if I don't, I find a way to get in touch. I don't let them feel like I'm too high up to talk to them. Does that make sense? I talk to everyone. I will get their number. I get their, oh, don't ignore me. She knows she's a distributor. I will find you. I am that person that's going to say, hey, what's going on? You having a bad day? Okay, I do too. Joanna's squirrel, something passed away. I don't know what it is. She had a bad day.
she's laughing.
It's a bad day. It's my birthday. Everything's went wrong. She goes, I don't know what to do. I said, my mom's in the hospital and ICU. I'm here working the business. What are you doing? And she goes, oh, geez, that's what's happening. Let me start doing something more. You're going to have your bad days. You're going to. It's going to happen. You're going to have those moments where everyone's going to tell you no. She told me no. She's lost 45 pounds. Raise your hand and hey, she's lost 45 pounds because she ignored me for a long time. I said, I'm not doing ThermaFit and fat fighters. I don't have the money. And then she realized that it made her healthy and that the doctors are now like, wow, what's going on? She signed a loyal customer without even knowing it because I showed her picture and said, this stuff does work. Because a lot of people want to lose weight. They want to feel special, right? So when you talk to a loyal customer, ask them their budget. I'm not going to ask you, go buy that system, and they can't afford it, and then they try to afford it. I had a girl today who signed up for like $300. I tried to talk her down 3 times, not because I wanted her points, because I thought it was ridiculous to me, because I'm cheap. So I was like, yeah, what can I do? She's like, no, I got my taxes. So when they say tax time, they mean that. People are wanting to invest in themselves during tax time. It's the one time a year that they get it because they worked hard and the government paid them back. Everyone knows I'm in the military. You're not always going to have any type of income taxes for forever, right? You're just not. Social Security is going to go, we all know this, it's going to happen, the government's crazy. So you invest now, and that's what people are doing, they're investing now. With that being said, I pretty much talk to each one of my loyal customers daily. There's 101 of them right now. I have girls that try to sign and it don't work. They're having bad days, they don't know what to do. Half of those, I'll be honest, are mine. How did I find them? Facebook. I don't go out in town. I don't have time. Paul will tell you. He gets mad just like CJ if I'm on my phone. You need to manage your time. I get it. I do. But I care for people, and he knows that. And I'm in the military. I do administrative. I take care of people. I take care of everything. They're like children. They can be 50 years old and act like children. However, I do that, right? So that's what you have to do. You have to make them feel wanted. They have to feel cared for. You make them feel that way, they'll buy anything. They'll support you. I have one woman, I was like, have you used your wraps? No. Well, why are you? I'm just supporting you. You'd be surprised off of your personality what people will do. I think it's crazy. I told her to sell them. If she ain't going to use them, sell them for $25. Maybe you'll profit, right? I was like, that's crazy to me to just let things go. But people will do stuff for you, but you have to be that person to be there for them. I said this, and I'll say it again. None of my distributors but one made it here. Some of them are working, some of them are sick, some of them are on the Zoom thing. I tell them, if I'm busting my butt for you, you bust your butt for yourself. That's the only way I'm going to work for you. I will tell you there's some distributors on my team that have 0 volume, 0 loyals, and 0 distributors underneath them. I will not help them because they're not helping themselves. I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot and invest in someone who doesn't invest in themselves. So I prioritize. I figure out who goes where. I have teams in, some girls are signed in Washington, Indiana, Texas, Arizona, here, Virginia, California. So that's what I have right now. And all it was social networking. The girl that just signed today who spent $300, I met her off of the online party. Who holds online parties? Like once a week or every day? No one. You do. You have to. You got to get out there. One girl told me, she goes, I can't be a distributor. I don't have time. I said, okay, that's fine. I'll take the girls that you had at your party and I'll make them loyal customers to someone else. And she goes, whatever you want to do. Today when she saw that big, I messaged her, I said, the girl that you said would never ordered $300 worth. I said, the only thing I did was talk to her for 2 months. And she goes, what? I said, that could have been your loyal customer. I was like, now think about that. I left it at that. Happy y'all saw my post about the friendship. That was to one girl in particular. She signed today. Was nothing to no one else. I had friends all over the United States. Like, what are you talking about? Because I support you in your business. Not everybody will. Who has family members on their team? Do they work? Raise your hand if they do. Great. If they don't, Lord, it's sad sometimes. I get it. My sisters get discouraged. They're like, this ain't gonna work. This isn't it. I hope they ain't watching. If they are, I tell the truth all the time. So that's what it is. So with that being said, they get to that point, I don't want to work. They just happen to be in the very top. Because sometimes you wish they were at the very bottom. But they're not. They're up there so they get to benefit the stuff. What is important? Auto VV. You're 80 or more. It's important. Girls will say, I only got 200 and something points. Did you run your 80 VV? For what? I was like, for a party. Sell those things at a party. Sell them somewhere. Do something. Make it a positive. Don't make it a negative. Don't be dreadful. There's a girl on my Facebook, God bless her soul. She is in San Diego, and someone signed her. She has no clue what she's doing. Day 3, she said, I'm quitting. I don't even know her. And I reached out and was like, you need help? I'll help you. Because you waste $99, what's the point? if you're going to quit after 3 days. So it's one of those things, you got to stay positive. Even when my mom was in ICU just last week, that's the only reason I'm here, is that we got on a plane. I said, I have the why. My why is my parents. That is it. They're both not unemployed. They don't have any insurance. My dad does, my mom don't. And they have car payment. They have normal bills of life, and they can barely provide. So who pays? The sisters. So what did I do? Sign them up. What did I do? Push them with me, because we all got to pay for them. And that's your why. You figure it out. When she was in the hospital, she embarrassed me half to death. She told a nurse, my daughter sells it works. I knew the girl. She'll never buy from no one. She's best friends with my cousin who sells Unique. Won't buy from her. And she goes, yeah, I know. She does real good. I watch her. But watching gets you one step closer, right? To that person that said no. That's what it is. Keep it posted. Keep being excited about it. Don't get discouraged. If you can't get them to sign, move to them in person. If Joanna could hear me, I see her face. I'm not that blind. She'll tell you every day, I'm discouraged. I've hit it all. I don't know what to do. Keep pushing. No means next. That's what it means. Next. And then go back to them. On that 100 list, maybe. I have a cousin who won't support nothing. She became a triple threat customer out of nowhere. Told me it didn't work. Kept some on order. She's still a loyal customer getting greens. It happens. People are going to tell you no. Just be like, okay, that's fine. One day, they'll get it together. But you got to keep pushing, because I'll tell you, in this area, everyone's intimidated by Miss Austin. And she's the sweetest person, right? But everyone thinks she's got everyone under lock, that she's talked to everyone in Cleveland County Guest.
That is not true.
And that is not true. I messaged someone today just to see if they knew about it. They were like, what is that? That's your answer. You have a whole field of people that you can be around. Why not do it? Even my sisters will say, I just don't talk to people on Facebook. Girl, you better get used to it, and you better talk to people. I just say, hey, how are you? And it starts as simple, just a simple conversation. That simple conversation gets you there. Every single person that signed underneath me says, you're the best leader. Boy, I don't know, sometimes I wonder if I am the best leader. But then I also set stuff. So who is Ruby and above? I'm sure y'all all do some sort of, what is it? Contest, monthly incentives. There we go. My incentive right now is, for my new distributors, is t-shirts. The first 6 that ever joined, I bought them t-shirts without a contest. Boy, I was wrong. I should have made them have a contest. Instead of being nice, I was like, you know what, here y'all go. And then my sister goes, this don't fit. Someone said, I don't like this. I thought, you bunch of, I'm sorry. I don't care if it's $26. I wrote it as a tax off later on. It didn't matter. However, you know, that's what I thought was, are you serious? People are not always going to be considerate to your feelings, because it's not them, right? So at the end of the day, what I did was, for these girls that are in there, and guys, because I was a distributor. So anyway, I made it where he was like, don't wait till the end of the month, because he gives me advice. Because with us being in the military, leadership is always key. We are leading 18-year-olds that are make or break every day, all the way up to 40-year-olds, because sometimes you surpass people. Age, rank, whatever. You're going to surpass people. What do? I always bring them up with me. I don't leave them there. I pull them up, and I keep going. So at the end of the day, the way I say it is, do something for an incentive. If you have 2 people on your team, whoever gets that 400 BB first gets something free. Boom. Or dinner on me. Brittany does it, and it gets y'all to go. When you do it, I had one girl get 4 distributors. She messaged me, commented on our group page, then emailed me and texted, are you going to say I got my 4 loyals? Whoa, wait a minute. Her upline was like, don't do that. Just give it time. But she was so excited to be praised, right? We don't always, I try not to praise on KMWRAPS, but y'all, they bug me if I don't put it on there too. So we'll have to put it everywhere. I'm like, what do y'all want me to do? Fill my page up with your accomplishments? Like, I will put my kids on there. However, that's what they want. They want some type of appraisal. Who likes being praised at work for something good that they've done? Everybody. It is the main thing. I'll go to work, and I'll tell you, I work with the biggest dirtbag of all time. He sleeps all day. He doesn't do anything, and they've got me right up front, and I work, and I go home every day. How, you just want to understand, da-da-da. He's like, well, what are you going to do about it? That was his answer, right? What are you going to do about it? Instead of complaining, find something to make it better. To close with loyals, communicate. Don't give up. If they ain't hit you up in 2 days, I love when my distributors say, man, hit me up in 3 days. Hit them up 3 hours later. Remind them. No one wants to get on a computer, stop what they're doing, and log on. Who likes getting on computers other than Facebook and paying a bill? Because that's what it is. It's a bill to them. So if you're paying a bill, who really likes it? I don't. I will be the first. I'll forget a bill in a second. Not that I don't have the money. I just forget. And then I'll be like, oops, sorry. I just forgot about that. I got to call them. Don't cut me off. It happens, right? They're the same way. They don't want to pay the loyal customer stuff. They just don't. They want the products. It's not that they don't like you. It's that they don't want to pay it. I sit down and will be like, well, she was at one of my first parties. I'll just do it later. No, you won't. That app. I was like, right here, don't leave. And I sat right beside her. And I sat there, and she's like, you're not going to let me go. I'm not. I'm that type of person. I know you want it. You might as well do it. You've got the card. Do it. She did it. 45 pounds later, she's still moving, and she's got a 100-pound goal. I can't wait to see it when it happens. Those things happen. So why not push for it? So when you have your loyal customers, you have your grumpy distributors, remind them it's going to be all right. And just keep pushing. That's all you got to do. Because if I was you right now, I would not be, oh, listen to me, I'd be on my phone. I said 4 of them. I hope you're signing loyal customers right now or something, because I would be on it, right? Because it's out there to get. That's all it is get out there, work it, be positive, don't be negative, don't have, I think maybe I said that one thing about my friend, that was on purpose. I was just motivating her and it worked. Negative motivation is not for everyone, do not do it. It was just for her. That is it. Don't do it. Be positive at all times. Other than that, it's a mind game. I always tell my distributors it's a war zone. When you're in a war, you go in with a plan, right? I'm in the military. I've been to a few places where there's war zones. You go in with a plan. I'm not going to walk outside without my gear on, right? Same thing when it comes to loyal customers, when you're trying to sign loyal customers. If you're not got on your shirt or you don't have a little sticker on your car, I don't want to trade my car in because my sticker's on it and I'm going to get a bigger one eventually, but I'll get a new one. You got your sticker, you got your shirt, you do all this stuff, you put it on, that's your gear. You're battling, you're getting ready. Then your action plan. Know what you're going to do every day. Nikki said it best. Every day she gets up, she has a plan. She's not facing it with defeat. She knows she's going to talk to them about it works. Who talks to customer people at work, at their job, about it works? Good. How many people have signed loyal customers because of it? Yeah. Who hasn't signed a loyal customer? I did until like 2 weeks ago. And then it was like the floodgates open and like 4 people hit me up and they wanted 100 BBs. It doesn't always happen, right? I've been with it since July. First time I signed a loyal customer was my admin officer, who is my boss. Like, she's really up there. She's an officer. She was like, I'm going to triple threat. And I looked at her and I was like, you're skinny. She goes, oh, I got some weight right here and you don't. And so she's doing triple threat. It's for anyone. Don't think because you think they're skinny that they don't want it. They do. Everyone wants to look better. So always think of, don't have no in your mind. Don't have the negativity. Have positive. Keep pushing and it'll happen. That's all it is. Everyone's like, how do you keep doing it? I talk to people. I just talk. Probably talk in my sleep. Probably don't even get no sleep because I'm probably talking. So at the end of the day, talk. Don't have your mouth shut. Mouth shuts, don't get fed. I said this to I'll now close with this. I said it to my nephew, he's a diabetic. He walked with us around all day, didn't tell us he needed food. You think I thought about his diabetes? I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't, because I don't have diabetes, and I don't know the needs of it. So, of course, he didn't talk, and he didn't get fed. So when I told him, closed mouths don't get fed, he looked at me. He said, I never thought of it like that. Think of it like that. When you're about to sign someone, don't forget to tell them the perk points. Don't forget to tell them about the free shipping. How many knows after 6 months there's $50 perk points, and after a year it's 150. I have it memorized. I have the whole sheet in my head of it. There's only been one distributor that I just signed that can tell me everything I can tell you verbatim. I was like, Jesus, what did you do? She's in her own online party answering questions. I was like, bro, could I have this thing in it? Have to sit here and copy and paste, and it happens. You want people to study, but they're not going to. So always, always, always go in with a plan. Go in with your battle. Your whatever it is. If it's today, 10 loyal customers. Loyal customers, get them. Don't let no be your answer. Do the Facebook, do the text messages, do the whole 9 yards, and then you'll be able to accomplish whatever you're trying to do. I don't have all the experience. I only have my experience. I'm here to learn from everyone else because I'm eager to know as well. I'm about to get boxed in for Diamond. I didn't think it was going to happen. I looked at Ruby and thought it was crazy. Me and Paul sat down in July. I said, what is this thing? And we're looking at these boxes. I'm like, what is 400? And then, of course, Victoria explained it all to me, but when I looked at it, it looked ridiculous. When I looked at Emerald, it looked ridiculous. When I looked at Diamond, it looked ridiculous. But it's all achievable. So just remember that you always have your uplines. Even if they're not your upline, hit them up. Hit up Nikki. Hit up Brittany. Hit up, I don't know, everyone. Hit up Laura Katie. I about forgot. So hit up everybody, and I'm looking right at you. Hit up everybody. Ask them. Get into their brains. Stop worrying about everyone else. Don't post negative stuff. Don't. Because no one, I'm telling you, if I saw you and you're like, get these fat fighters for me, and then the next 3 posts are about your baby daddy, I'm going to be like, no.
Don't need that on my
I don't need that on my team. I don't need that in my life. I don't even want to be a part of it. Because like me, I'm real drama free. I say my piece. I keep moving. I correct the situation if I'm wrong. And if I don't know, I like people to correct me because sometimes I don't know. But it's all about self-growth, right? Grow yourself. Grow with other people. Enjoy it because it's a fun ride. I mean, I enjoy helping everyone. End of story. I like to watch the smallest person grow their hair out. I loved your mom's photo about the hair, skin, and nails. I love everyone's stuff. I like it. Boy, I don't read everything, but I do look at your pictures. So if you do saying something negative, I probably just liked it because I thought it was positive. Because I made myself have a Mary Kay party about 2 weeks ago because I liked something by accident. So don't just like to like, because when you end up getting these parties you don't want, like me, having to buy Mary Kay because you got it there. It happens, right? So schedule parties. Every single distributor I got has an online party this week. 2 to 3 a day. My eyes are cross-eyed by the end of the day. But I'm making sure that they get there. So when you start signing them, do that online party. Do that if you can get there. I can't get to everyone because they're across the country. But get to them and do that wrap party. It's important. Victoria set me up. I love it. I went in. She was like, we're going to do your wrap party. I said, all right, cool. What you going to do? She was like, I'm not doing nothing. You're doing it. I said, wait a minute. And I fumbled through, but I got 5 loyal customers that day. With just going off of what I knew and faking it till I make it, because I will never let you know I don't know anything. So at this end of the day, I got 4 loyal customers, and one of those loyal customers is a distributor now. So most of my loyals become distributors. Talk to them. You'd be surprised. They're like, you're making money off this? I am too. And then they'll sign up. That's how Amanda just signed up just recently because she's like, I want to make money. So talk to people that let you know it's not about money. It's about the people. And once you start taking care of your people, because the only reason I wanted Diamond is because I realized like 10 people could go up. That's what I realized. We sat here a long time at like executive. I did. Took me like 5 months to finally hit Ruby. And then guess what? Christmas hit. And boy, did everything go whoop. Because no one wanted it worse. I don't know if anyone else's volumes went completely down. It was like completely, I was depressed. With a little bit of money and glad I had a paycheck somewhere else. But it happens, right? Don't get depressed about it. Keep moving, keep working. January came, I signed over 20 loyal customers. February came, we're still signing them. We're signing them daily. So it's like, why not push your team, push yourselves? Don't give up. And just remember that we all have bad days. Talk to someone. Believe me, talk to someone. Talk to Joanna. Her animal passed away. I'm telling you, she's right there looking at me. It happens, right? Someone has something in the same field of what you're going through at all times. So that's my piece. If you have any questions, I don't mind asking. I don't really have advice. It's just experience. That's all I have, experience. It's experience and talking, and that's it. Just like I've talked y'all's heads off. All I do is talk, and it works. So if you're quiet, you're not going to get paid. It's not going to happen. You're not going to help people. You're not going to see lives change. You're not. I've told you this plenty of times. Just don't happen. So thank you guys for listening. I hope it helped. And I'll be leaving on Sunday. I'll say a prayer. Hopefully I'll fall into some land with snow in it. So
Like they always say, if your mouth is closed, your business is closed.
yeah.
All right. I got all wrapped up in there. We'll have Nikki go, and then we're gonna have Katie go. It just seemed a little short.
Look how short she is. I didn't realize how short she was.
I was standing right here so I can feel important.
There you go.
I'm Nikki. I'm a Diamond distributor with McWorks. I've been in, 2 years, Valentine's Day. I watched Mary, my upline, for a year. She begged me for a year. I went to a party to try to wrap. The girl didn't tell me anything. No, not to drink water, not to drink. Actually, I was going to drink wine that night. Take a picture. Mary gave me on Monday. She said, I joined. I want you to join me. This stuff was a joke. Nothing happened. So every day, we worked together at the hospital. So every day she came back to me and she was like, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm making money. I'm changing lives. do it with you. The tax time came, and I was rich. I was rich, so I just said, okay, I'll do it. So she signed me up at work, and within, 2 days, I had our real customers, had my $120 in free product. People were wanting to buy wraps for me before my kid even came. So I was like, oh, I can do this. I can do this. But I'll tell you what, I did not sign a distributor for a year. I ended up signing probably 4 or 5 distributors. They did nothing. Nothing. And my confidence in this just went, I wasn't sure about it. So I just had to reset myself and say, we have products that everybody wants. And if I'm making money, then I want other people to make money. I have children who their father they don't pay child support. They've been out of work. We were broke. We were about to lose our house. We have 2 cars repoed. And I just was like, it's time to kick this in here. So I finally got some girls on my team that were really working. But it was like I was trying, when I would talk to them to sign a DT, it was like I was almost like having to talk them into it, beg them to do it. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. When I went to conference, which was going to conference last week, it kind of changed everything about how I was going to run my business. My time is valuable. I have 2 children. I work a full-time job. If someone messages me about, hey, I want to get in this business with you, I'm thinking about getting in this business with you, if I'm going to take my time to go meet somebody, or they're going to come, I got to clean my house for them to come and meet with me, you're not walking out that door without being a distributor or a loyal customer, because my time is valuable. I heard something at conference which really has stuck with me, and you go to these parties and you have people who are just on the fence. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to be a lawyer. I'll let you know. I don't know if I want to be I don't sell things. I'll let you know if I can. The girl at conference said, before she walked out the door, she said, you can be a loyal customer and make me money, or you can be a distributor and make yourself money. So just like Liz said, it's a mind thing. Get it in their head. Everybody loves money, So what I started doing is when I do meet with somebody that is a possible DT, I already have their packet made up. I have their catalog. I have their hundreds list in it. I have their steps to success. I have the Ruby chart, because that's what we do. We build rubies. I go through that party pad with them and make sure they understand, yes, there is a website fee that you have to pay. It's $20. $20 to run your own business is not bad. There is an ADBB auto ship, just like Brittany said. Nobody's going to purchase anything from you if they walk up to you and say, hey, what do the greens taste like? I don't know. They're not going to buy anything from you. So I always make sure that my DTs know before they're signing. This is what you got to do every month. So basically, once I go through that party pack, remind them of the auto ship, the website, I just say, okay, what card are you going to be using today? Well, a couple times last week, the little girl signed with us. And she was just kind of looking at me like, huh? Well, we're going to do something today. Do you want to use the products and make me money? Or do you want to use the products and you make yourself money? She was like, oh, yeah. Also, a big thing to do is find out your distributors what kind of extra income they're wanting. If I meet with somebody and they say, hey, I need an extra $1,000 a month, well, guess what? You're going to have to bust your tail every month to build up so that that's what you can get. If you have somebody who says, I'm good with Ruby, let me do $500 a month, then okay, well, let's just get a game plan down. Most important thing after you get somebody signed, keep in touch with your distributors. Don't let them think, even if they're, you're having to do the Zoom thing. I'm trying to learn this.
I think y'all keep reminding me every little bit that she's still on.
You have to get in touch with those girls, because if you're not talking to them and you're not communicating with them, they feel like they're failing. And it's too stressful for them. They will quit on you. They will quit. But you have to be a supporter of them. Don't ever let your new distributors go out on their own until they feel comfortable. I still do with my girls. Even if they say, hey, I got this. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not yet. You've got to be there for them. So just remember, when you are talking to people that are, possible customers or possible DTs, just let them know, hey, we need to do something today. Does anybody have trouble finding distributors? I mean, because I hate it when you're like, well, let me go home and think about it. Or let me talk to my husband. Who does that?
Everybody.
No. Really?
Yes.
Well, I did not. I didn't.
I didn't even.
No. I'm thinking, yeah, he's not working my business for me. This is my income. I'm going to be doing this. So, yeah, that gets on my nerves when I hear it. So anyway, any questions? I'm not gonna. I don't have a lot to say. I mean, I'll just get down to the point. Well, wait, hang on a minute.
She's so
Oh
cute.
yeah. Does everybody know what that mind jogger is?
Yes.
It's on your eSwitch. For your new distributors that come out, print that off for them, because sometimes when you're making out that hundreds list, you're trying to think of people you want to buy or who can sell or whatever, you come to a block. So on that mind jogger is people, your mail lady, your pastor, people in the
Veterinarian.
everybody's on there. Anybody who plays golf, anybody who plays tennis, things like that. So that's going to help you think of people that you can add on that hundreds list. And I think that's all I thought. Really, yeah.
She's so cute.
Not unless anybody has any questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Look how she likes this podium.
Yeah. All right. Great. Okay. Well, let me step back over this cord and not break my neck. Okay.
Yeah.
You need help with your system up there?
No. I got it. I'm like turning away from me though.
Now why?
Huh?
Why?
No one I see me.
What do you mean I want nobody seeing you?
Swag.
Got millions of videos out there and you don't want nobody to see you today.
All right. My name is Maxey, and I am a diamond with the company. Josh, are you recording me?
No.
I saw the flash. Okay. I don't like to be recorded. All right. So I'm supposed to give a couple of guys about consistency and following up, but I think Brittany wanted me to kind of introduce myself first for some of y'all that may not know me. I started this company 2 times around like Liz. My first time, I was one of those kidnappers that everybody talks about. We buy a kitten and you run, and everybody thinks you went to jail or something because they don't know what happened to you. I was that person. So I basically wasted $99 on my first kid. I swear Brittany didn't even, I don't know, we didn't get into that. Anyways, so the second time around, it took me about a year before I re-signed with Brittany, because Brittany was my first enroller as well. And I thought, this girl is probably going to think I am ridiculous coming back because I didn't do nothing the first time. Most people, when they come back the second time, they blow it out of the water. They get their 4 little customers. They start making some money. No, I didn't get paid for 4 months. I didn't get a paycheck for 4 months. So everybody that's getting a paycheck, y'all are getting somewhere. I didn't get one for 4 months. So that tells y'all I didn't get my 120, I didn't get any of that. It took me 4 months to get off the ground and run, and then it was because I signed a girl, like Brittany says, you got to find somebody that's going to run with you. And I found a girl that was going to run with me, and I immediately got excited and quit my job, thinking I was going to do this full time. So when a lot of people saw me quit my job, they thought, oh, she's got this together. No, I did not. I quit because I saw the vision, but the vision wasn't there yet. But I knew where it was going. So I quit my job, and I signed in July or June, and then I quit by October. And when I quit because I only wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I didn't want to do anything else. It was all about me.
and my kids. I wasn't thinking about the people up underneath me or anything like that. I was what Brittany said, a selfish person when I first signed. I'll admit that. But I started realizing when new team members started coming onto the team, it wasn't about me anymore, it was about the people that I could change. So I had to finally get my mind straight. By December, I was pregnant, went to preterm labor, and I was 27 weeks at the time, went to preterm labor, and was getting so much stress from everything that our house was going into foreclosure. We were on Medicaid and food stamps, our power got cut off, our water got cut off, and I was thinking, I put us in this situation because I quit my job too soon. So if you guys have a job right now, keep it, because that is an extra source for you, not for just income, but a source to go out and reach more people. So don't quit too soon. But I did that, and then I promoted, I think it was in around February or so. And I actually promoted, I think, after Heather, because I think Heather went executive before me. And then we worked together, and it took me a year to sign another distributor. So I had 2 people underneath me. It took me a year. And then in January, my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer. And that's when we went to conference. And I didn't have the money to go. So I sold everything that I could think of just to get the conference. And so I went, and this was the year before, I went and I had a big why at that point. I wanted to change people's lives. And but I also wanted to help my mom. And it took me 45 days to push. So anybody that's in that 90-day push and you feel like nothing's happening right now and nothing's going for you and you're not signing any little customers or distributors, I did it for 45 days. And I pushed and I pushed and I pushed and I pushed. And in a month and a half, I signed 27 DTs. Are those 27 DTs with me right now? No, they're not, because I failed as a leader and I did not help them. And I will own up to those mistakes. And I continued busting my butt, and that's kind of where we are now. And it takes a lot of growth to realize that you've got to put your needs aside and start working on other people, because that's when your business is going to change. And that's when more lives are going to change, and then the process is going to change yours.
But you did earn $20,000.
But I did earn that $20,000 bonus. So, and this year when we were standing at conference, I was crying. Why are you crying? Oh, I thought you was crying. I was crying. I was crying. I think she was crying at conference. I was crying at conference when I was standing there the second time, and I think Sarah probably, I think she was standing up behind me. She was probably thinking, what is wrong with this idiot? Sitting here, I am arm locking Heather, and I realized then it was not about me. I wanted the people that was with me. I wanted their lives to change. And I don't care about me getting a bonus this year. I want them to get their bonuses, and I want them to get financially stable. I don't want them to have to go through foreclosure and divorces and surgeries and things and not have the extra money. So that's kind of my story where I'm at right now, and I just want to help people. All right, so let's get back to where I was supposed to be at. We are supposed to be talking about consistency and following up, and this is probably my biggest thing that has helped me. Knowing where I did in the first year and where I am in my third year, is consistency. That's where your success comes from. So when you're being consistent, it is the benefiting factor for your success. So let's say you're posting all the time and you're doing everything you do, and then you miss one day. Do you know what you're doing to your business? You're killing it because you missed that one day. And the only reason is because maybe that one person signed up, accepted your friend request, and you're not posting, and somebody else on their friends list is starting to post. Probably going to sign with them because they popped up in their newsfeed because you wasn't posting for a couple of days. So you have to stay in their faces even when you think nobody's seeing it. Another thing that's helped my business, and I actually did like I don't even know, I guess you could say a test. I wanted to see if it really worked because there was a girl drinking, her name's Becky Scott, and she stayed at Ruby for what, 3 years? And then she promoted where she now double.
She's going down triple.
She's going triple. So it took her she stayed at Ruby for 3 years and never saw anything happen. And she started telling me about this 3-3 rule, and I was like, what is a 3-3 rule? And I'm sure y'all are starting to see that you are in that 90-day push. So I put it to work because she said, if you will do a 3-3 rule every single day, no matter what's going on in your business, if you will just do it, I swear it'll pay off. So I was like, that's just too much post. Some people are going to block me. I don't care. But I did it anyways. And in that month, me and Brittany, our numbers were right. Like, I think it was like 14 little customers and like 8 distributors, I think it was, or 7 distributors. And the next month, I didn't do the 3-3 rule. I was just supposed to move 1 or 2 times a day, kind of like what I was normally supposed to be doing. I didn't sign a soul. So now that I've started back doing the 3-3 rule, I can tell a big difference in our business, and I can tell it in other people that are doing the push and doing the 3-3 rule every day, that their business is starting to pick up.
What the 3-3 rule is.
Oh, a 3-3 rule is at least 3 before and after pictures. Sometimes you can mix your products in there, but I swear the before and after pictures is what's helping people. And then it's 3 lifestyle posts, and it doesn't have to even remotely be about it works, but I've noticed that if I talk about something in my post about the opportunity, then I'm driving people in as far as opportunity goes as well. So last night I posted a picture of our son. It doesn't even have anything really to do with it, or it's looking at that picture. But if somebody took the time to read it, which usually they read after they look at the picture and say, why is somebody posting this up? It talked about how I was so thankful that it works allows my son to be able to go to occupational therapy now. So telling stories inside of your post is what's going to draw people to you, instead of saying, here's a bottle of fat burgers for $23 and lose some weight. Like, those are salesy posts. You want to be more telling a story in your post. That's what's going to drive people to you. So does everybody understand what the 3-3 rule is? I think most people get it. If anybody's doing event leads, I love events, but I like to do them 1 or 2 times a year. I think Brittany does maybe like 6 a year, and I think Mary, you do about 2 a year too. Events are a great way to get leads outside of it, off of your Facebook or Instagram. What we do is we just put a little box up, has the drawing in it. They come up to us, we give them our blitz cards and talk to them about some information. But we try to follow up with those leads in 24 hours. And the reason being is you don't want them to go away from the event and forget about it, because that's usually what they do, because they've seen so many vendors that day. So if you will follow up within 24 hours with them, you're fresh on their mind. Another thing is when you are talking to a potential distributor and you send out the videos to let them watch to answer some of the questions before you get into detail with them, I always try to follow up the evening of the day that I send it to them. So let's say they send it to me during the afternoon. I'll say, I'm going to send you this video. It's about 11 minutes long. I'm going to get back with you this evening around such and such time. Will you be available to answer any of your questions? So jot them down while you're watching them. That has helped me tremendously. But let's say they message you really, really late. I'll tell them I'm going to follow up with them that morning, because I don't want them, it's fresh on their mind. And if they wait 2 or 3 or 4 days before you contact them again, they're probably not going to sign with you, because their excitement's gone and their curiosity is gone as well. So that is a very big help for me in my business, and Brittany does the same thing. Another thing is when somebody gives you follow-up dates, this is something I was really, really bad about. If somebody tells you, well, I can't purchase it until Tuesday, I don't wait till Tuesday anymore. I actually wait maybe the day before, and I'll say, hey, I was so excited. I got to thinking about you. I was putting in my orders, and I remembered that you said that you were going to order your stuff on Tuesday. I know it's the night before, but I just wanted to see if you wanted to go ahead and give me your information. I'll put it in first thing in the morning, and it'll ship out with my other orders. That has helped me tremendously as far as getting those people in that have given me dates. Let's see. As far as following up, we talked about following up earlier with the customers. Let's see. Another thing that has been taught to me, and this is something that scared me in the very beginning, and I didn't start applying it until probably last year, is I will follow up with people until they either block me or tell me no or put a restraining order on me. Because, and when I say that, it's not it's not saying, are you going to buy this? Are you going to buy this? Are you going to buy this? No, I'm literally, when I say follow up, I am building that relationship with them to the point that they are so comfortable they will hand me their card and say, put it in there. That's just the way I am. So if you will continue building that relationship with them, they will eventually sign. They will eventually trust you. Let's see. Another thing is, if y'all guys are not, I don't know if anybody's really doing this or not, but there are some people I feel like don't consistently message people every single day, new people. Not saying that everybody doesn't, but if you would constantly message at least 20 people a day, you will find you a rock star somewhere. Because I forgot what it was saying, but like for every 100 people, I think it was Carrie that said it, for every 100 people that you message, you will find at least 1 or 2 people that want to join business with you. If I'm only sending 20 messages a day, that's only going to get me 2 people maybe that month. So if you have time to sit down, don't get yourself on Facebook Galloway or whatever, but if you have time to constantly sit and message a couple people daily, you will find these rock stars. Did she put herself on Facebook Galloway?
Already like 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
You're
trying to
gonna
say
see
it
it shut down.
people. If you were gonna do
And that's when you move up to the Instagram. That's when you start to feel
I'm not really good on messaging on Instagram. Like I can send messages out, but then my whole thing is when they ask me, I'm so used to on Facebook, I can just post the party pass thing and be like, here, watch this video.
Yeah.
Well, I went to go do it on Instagram and it was like, no go. And I was like, well, I just want them to watch the video.
Yeah, I just tell them to, they mind contacting me on Facebook, could I find them on Facebook?
Yeah.
And that has helped me. That has really helped me. That way I can get them on Facebook and learn a little bit about them, because when you're just looking at somebody's Instagram, you see all their pictures, but you don't see, unless you go in and look at all the captions, you don't know if they're a negative Nancy, if they've been in jail, you know, you don't know anything about it. You don't know what's going on with them. So, or if that's even really them. So if you can get them onto your Facebook, that's helped out a lot. And then, let's see. All right, as far as messaging, what helped me last year when I signed all those distributors was not Facebook, it was actually Instagram. Because I cold messaged people on Instagram, and I think a lot of people don't understand the difference between Facebook and Instagram. Instagram is your cold market. That's the people that you can reach out to around the world. But your Facebook is more personal, which means you need to be building that relationship with people on Facebook before you try to throw up in their face about, join my team. You need to build that relationship with them. Instagram's a little bit different, so if you can, that's where I cold message a lot of my people at. I think Brandy might recall, whenever I was looking, when I was cold messaging people on Instagram, I cold messaged her just randomly saying, hey, I know this is really random, but I was just wondering if you could use an extra $500 a month. And she said, sure, why not? I think I can do this. So I didn't build that relationship with her prior, but sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's not. But I feel like if you can build that relationship first, it's going to be a little bit more easier to get people to sign with you. I think that's it. Oh, one more thing. A lot of people will keep asking me, well, how do you follow up? Like, what do you use for your tools to follow up? How do you keep track with them? I know me and Brittany, we usually just scroll through our messages, but I have found that you can print out your Facebook friends list. I think Sarah has done it. And that way you can mark on that and keep up with your followers and your friends on there, and be able to put symbols and things like that to kind of keep up with who is what, if they're interested in this and that. But if anybody's interested in how to print that out, your entire friends list on Facebook, let me know and I can send you a video. I think that's it.
All right, so we got a couple more things we're going to talk about, and then we're going to watch a quick video. Okay. All right. So first off, I don't know if you guys haven't really been to any corporate events, but we have something we call Blitz, Wrap, and Repeat. Okay. What that means, we all know blitzing means handing out the blitz cards that we get in our distributor kit when we first get started. Okay. Blitzing, wrapping, which means getting the wrap on somebody, and then repeating. That's pretty self-explanatory, right? Okay. I have so many people come up to me numerous times and they say, I haven't signed anybody all month. I haven't had anybody join my team. I haven't had anybody become a loyal customer. And you know, one of the first things I always say to them, have you put the wrap on anybody this month? Have you went to somebody's house? Have you wrapped them? Has somebody came to your house and you wrapped them? Have you had a one-on-one appointment and you had you went over the party pad with them? Okay. Those 3 things are in line and are some of our motto for a reason. Okay. I think a lot of time in this business, people really try to make things complicated. Okay. And so that's the biggest thing that you can not do with your business, is not make it complicated. Make it easy. Blitz. When you guys are out and about, when you are out to dinner, okay, you guys are like us, we don't really have much time to cook. So we eat out a lot, okay? We try to go places that are, pretty healthy, but we eat out a lot. So when we are going out to eat and they give you one of those little black books at the end, normally I'll put a Blitz card in there, or I'll talk to the server and I'll say, girl, can I give you one of my coupons? And
What's going on?
and if I offer you guys a coupon, what does that mean I'm trying to give you?
Trace
Something that is going to save you money, right? Does anybody in here like to save money? Okay. I like to save money. I don't care how much money you make. We all like to save some money, okay? I like coupons. I go to the grocery store and I still look for coupons because I still like to save money. So that's why, more than likely, we live in the South. People are not going to turn down a coupon. Now, we went to New York. Me and Mary and another girl on our team went to New York a couple of years ago. We're not going to talk about blitzing in New York. They weren't as friendly, okay? They were not. They what? She did sell her out there, but
they probably weren't New Yorkers.
They probably weren't New Yorkers.
Yeah.
They're not as welcoming there as we are in the South, okay? So the biggest thing you can do is anybody you're ever out and about and you get that gut feeling to blitz somebody. Do you ever do that? You get a gut feeling.
Yeah.
You're like, and let's be honest here. How many has had a gut feeling and they didn't go on that gut feeling? All of us have, at least.
And I have
once.
seen that person out on Facebook
And they have
now,
been
and
a distributor.
they are a distributor now.
Exactly right. Exactly. Do you know how many times I thought about messaging Liz over here? She's still on my team, so it don't matter. But still, I thought about messaging her numerous times. We went to school together. So that's my thing is, it's fine for people to watch you. But at the end of the day, message them. Get the rap on people. Get out and blitz. Because when somebody comes to me and they're ready to quit this business, and they say, man, I'm on social media all the time, I say, are you blitzing? Are you giving out a blitz card? Are you giving out at least 10 blitz cards a day? And they say, no. And I say, well, why are you gonna quit until you do that consistently? Okay, that's what you have to do. We have to get out of our comfort zones. Do you think that I've always liked standing up here and talking in front of people? No, not really. I mean,
I sure didn't.
It's something that you have to get used to, It's something you have to get used to over time. Just like blitzing is something you have to get used to. I had a girl that used to be on the team. She's not on the team anymore. We used to have blitz days every Tuesday. And we would fight over who was going to give out the first blitz card. She's like, no, you do it. And I'm like, no, I ain't doing it. You do it. Okay? But then after we gave out that first blitz card, you know how easy it was? I could have blitzed all day long. Okay?
But then the next day, you got to start all over with that fear again.
Exactly. And so that's okay, though. But what you have to remember is, that person that you might not blitz, that could be your next Stephanie and Joel Dunn. Who wants Stephanie and Joel Dunn on their team?
Me.
You know what your paycheck's gonna look like?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't care. I've got a presidential on my team, and she went presidential when I was a double diamond, okay? She had 4 kids. She didn't use those 4 kids as an excuse. She still doesn't. So that's why I always hand out those blitz cards. We all go, people say, I don't go anywhere. Do you go to the bank? I hope you guys have a bank account. You have to have a bank account. Okay.
I got one. If you have a cable guy, men want it too, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all understand men that are in here. They take products too.
Mm-hmm.
And what everyone fails to realize, and I've heard, is that they say women only want these products. No. Men want to look good too. I had a friend who's baldy, and I really thought he would never buy for me. And I was like, I sent him that little list. I know everyone's seen it. It's like 10 things that you want to change about yourself. His was energy and hair. And I was like, finally. So I was like, let me help you. And I helped him. And just like that. So and a lot of people don't realize it. And this could help you more because, you're biracial, correct? A lot of people don't reach out into other communities. You stick with what you know. And I said this to a distributor of mine. He's gay. And he goes, no one's going to buy from me. I said, who do you hang out with? And he goes, see, you look, you got it. They want to work here too. I live in San Diego. There's a whole population just of gay people that love to look good. They want to look good just like anyone else. They're human, just like you and I. And this in the South, no offense, I'm from here, we don't venture out. We kind of stick with our own. You got to venture out. You got to get up. I hit up Kareem Odoms. I know y'all know. He takes New You. He was like, I want to be buff. I said, well, let's see if this works. I didn't know if it would work, but I talked it like it worked, and it worked. He's got these buff muscles. He's all on Facebook with his shirt off. All these girls are commenting. I'll be like, thank you, New You. He was like, don't you ever say that again, because now everyone wants me to be their loyal customer. I was like, sorry. However, reach out of your comfort zone into a different aspect. something that's different. I love the people that can't do ADBBs. I love those people. And I have them on my team, and they won't run an ADBB because they can't afford it. I love those type of people because I build them up. I give them that hope. Like you said, Katie, that hope. They need it. They want that hand to reach them out. Give them that hope. I love Angel. She's on your team. I love her posts. I love them because it gives you hope. She's trueness about everything that's going on in her life, and she's pouring it out there. And I can't relate all the way, but I can relate in some. So you just want to reach out. Reach out to the different ethnicities. Don't be scared because I'm sorry. I said this the other day. I have a new girl who signed out. If y'all see her name's Kim. She's a Zumba girl. She's African American, and she told me, she goes, I don't know if anyone's gonna sell. I said, girlfriend, you're in the South. Black lives matter. I'm not playing with you. They matter. Reach out to your people because guess what? Filipino people to go to the nail shops, ask them what they do. They all take care of their own people. They take care of their families. They take care of each other. That's what you got to do. You got to get out there to start taking care of them. Reach out. Don't be scared. I reached out to a girl I was scared of. I was like, I don't think she's going to buy ish for me. We went to school together. I never spoke to her. She was like, I guess I'll try this hair, skin, and nails. I said, great. She said, I'm putting a lock on my card just in case you steal it. Go ahead, girl. I don't want your money. However, that works. So always reach out. Like Brittany said, that whole Blitzen thing, it is so serious. Reach out. Taco Bell is my favorite thing at midnight. There's always someone wanting
I know,
a Blitz card.
Me too.
Mariah's hungry, I Blitz. So
There you go.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Make sure you're giving out Blitz cards. I know you guys go to the post office. You guys go pick your kids up from school, right? And there are little teachers standing down the sidewalk, right? Give them one through the window, all right? Give out your Blitz cards, because I promise you guys, if you don't give out your Blitz cards, you might be missing a presidential diamond on your team, an ambassador, a black diamond, and you are going to kick yourself in the butt if you miss one of those, okay? So Blitz, wrap, and repeat. Just one quick thing, selling products for low customer price that's in your stock, that is a big no-no, okay? We do not do that. Let me ask you something. Why would we sell products for a low customer price that's in our stock if they're not complete in the 3 months? That doesn't make sense, okay? You want to sell a wrap, somebody wants to try one for $25, sure. But if they want a box, it's $100, or they can be a little customer for $59, okay? First off, what you're doing is you're undercutting yourself, okay? Not to mention you're undercutting your sidelines, your uplines, and your downlines. And that is not one team, one mission, okay? If I find out somebody's selling a low customer price, then you gotta get a message from me, okay? Just because, first off, you can get your business taken from that, and we don't want anybody's business getting, cut off for that. So just remember that. Make sure you are signing them up as a loyal customer for 3, and they're completing those 3 months, or they are buying them from you for retail price.
Can I say something on that?
Yeah.
I actually had a customer contact me this week, want me to get hair, skin, and nails for me. And so I was talking to her about it, and she said, well, I've never heard of all of this, because I was talking to her about loyal customer, because we're pretty close. And she said, I've just been paying this girl $100 for 3 bottles. And like, I'm supposed to be getting rewarded and like, blah, blah. And I'm like, you mean they've been giving you loyal customer price and you're not? And she said, yeah, but she was offended because she didn't know about running all these free products and all this.
Exactly. Exactly. Another thing you can't do, I saw this the other day on the VIP page that I'm on. Do not use your loyal customers' perk points.
What?
What?
Who's doing
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
Jesus.
I had somebody on the VIP page, one of their leaders down there was livid, and they did report them. The woman had 400 perk points, and her upline was using them.
What?
The one she signed under was using them. Do not do that.
How do you even do that?
I didn't even think
They
you
knew
could
her.
do that.
They knew her login information,
Oh,
so they
wow.
should got
She did
everything
pull out.
shipped to there. Yes. Do not do that. That is a big no-no.
That's
Stealing.
terrible.
It's stealing, exactly. It's very unhonest. And so just wanted to let you know that, okay? I didn't figure none of you guys were doing that, but I just want to give you a heads up because I saw it the other day and it just tore my nerves up. Okay. Okay, another thing, another big tip is don't focus on a handful of people, okay? I know a lot of times we talk about, oh, I got such and such signing next week. Well, wait on them to sign. No, okay? We don't wait around on people to sign, okay? Well, I've got 5 or 10 prospects right now. Honey, I'm glad you got 5 or 10 prospects, but we want you to have 100 prospects, okay? You keep talking. You keep signing. And I'm going to be the first to tell you, social media does not work for everybody right away, okay? It does not work for everybody right away. And that's okay. Because you know what happens? Do you know how long it took me to build my Facebook presence. I've got almost 4,500 friends now. Do you know how long that took me? Probably all 4 years. Like, honestly, the last year, and there might have been people, been people watching me the last couple of years, but probably I've really been able to tell a difference in my Facebook. Probably in 2015 is when it started, okay? And so make sure that as far as your Facebook goes, make sure you're branding yourself. Branding is so huge, okay? I want to go out and people, KMWRAPS, Brittany Austin, okay? That's our team. We're KMWRAPS. But you want to brand yourself, okay? Whether that be like Katie's Raptastic Skinny Mom, Heather, Shelby Skinny Wrap, is that what it is? Whatever it is, brand yourself. Make something fun up. Make it, something like Twin Mom Wraps or whatever it is. Whatever it is, brand yourself. Because that way when people come up to you, I went, for example, CJ and I went out to eat Chili's a couple weeks ago. I didn't know the girl. And she came up to me, she's like, oh my gosh, you're Brittany Austin. And I'm like, yeah? I'm like, how do you know me? She's like, we're friends on Facebook. She's like, you do the KMWRAPS stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I do. So that's what I'm saying. If you are branding yourself and you're giving yourself a name and people can connect you with something, that's going to help your business more than anything. Okay? I have built 97% of my business through social media, through connecting with people, through building relationships with people. This business is a relationship business. This business is not a, hey, honey, let me sign you up a quick make $12 and you go on your way. That's not what this business is about, like Liz said. It's about creating those relationships. Message people and say, hey, girl, I just wanted to check in with you. I know your mom passed away. How are you doing? I saw your husband lost his job. Is there anything I can do for you guys? Be genuine with people. Because let me tell you guys what. Most people can tell a snake in the grass, right? Pretty quick, okay? So that's why you have to make sure you're being genuine with people. And if you're not being genuine with people, more than likely it's going to show in your business, okay? Okay, let's see. Another thing, as far as Green Carpet, One Team, One Missions Conference, I really cannot tell you guys how much those are so crucial to your business, okay? I have people in the area that'll say, oh, I can't come to the meeting. Our meetings are once, maybe twice a month. If I understand work and things like that, but once or twice a month for an hour or two, like my cousin, Christy and Cindy, her son had a basketball game that started at 7 o'clock. And she said, I really, really need to come. And I said, well, I want you to come. I said, well, why don't you do this? It starts at 7. Why don't you come? You'll be there for an hour. Leave at 7 o'clock. You'll be maybe 15 minutes late to the basketball game. She said, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. She didn't want to miss it because she had people here that was on her team, and she wanted to be a leader for them. You can't preach to your team and tell them to do something you're not doing, okay? I understand you can't come to every one of them, but when you come to these meetings, there are times that I have been so discouraged in my business, whether it's something going on at home or I just haven't filled out my steps to success or something like that, but I come to these meetings and I hang out with like-minded people, and you know what it does to me? It gets me excited again. It gets me excited. It gets me excited seeing you guys here. I mean, this is a big crowd. We've got a big crowd here tonight. It gets me excited seeing that each one of you in this room put your why aside, put the excuses aside, and you put your why in front of you, and you said, you know what? I know, my kids are at home fending for themselves. I left my husband at home. Believe my husband was in a bad mood when I had to leave tonight. Ask Katie, because I have been gone every night this week. He was not happy about it, okay? But I'm like, he understands the main goal and that we are trying to help people earn bonuses, and he understands that. And so that's why it's so crucial for you guys to get to trainings, because they're always not going to be on Zoom. I'm only doing Zoom because we're doing these bonuses, and so people that are not on our team or that are not here in North Carolina can watch and learn too, okay? So if you live 5 minutes up the road and you say, girl, I'll be on Zoom, I'm going to say, I'm going to block you from Zoom. No, I ain't going to say that. No, but for real though, I mean, get to your meetings, because they are so crucial to your business. There's my upline, signed me up and she kind of left me, okay? So my business, I had to teach myself, all right? So I started hosting meetings for our team when I went double diamond, when I was able, to quit my job. And so I really have been able to see a huge difference in our team since then. You can ask Mary, you can ask Nikki, you can ask whoever, Katie, whoever's been on this team a while. The meetings have come a long way. They really have. Because we used to do what?
Hang out and eat.
We used to hang out and eat. I mean, Angela, who would sit on my couch? There'd be about 5 of us. We'd sit on my couch. She'd go,
10 o'clock at
have
night.
a little fun. Exactly. Sometimes they'd be at my house till 11 o'clock at night. Exactly. We would just be hanging out. We would be doing goals.
My husband
We
would be
would
like,
just,
"What are you? Are you okay?"
exactly. Just doing fun stuff. But if you ever get to where you're thinking about quitting or you're discouraged, the best thing you can do is come to one of these meetings, because you know what? It's going to get you encouraged, and you're going to hear stories, and you're going to hear tips from people, and you're going to get excited again. And, you know, we talk about conference, and we talk about green carpet, and we talk about One Team, One Mission. If you live in Shelby, North Carolina, and you are not at my One Team, One Mission on the 12th, you do not want this.
I'm flying in from.
You're supposed to be on stage.
Oh, no, today I told her stage.
You want to just reschedule, girl.
What is it?
All my girls have to be here.
So that's my thing. That's the last One Team, One Mission that's going to be in this area, because I'm going to let you know I'm doing a lot of traveling over the summer. I'm not going to have one probably till October. Okay, so that's, and I know Alicia Waters with the one that's going to be in Charlotte. She's not doing one for a while either. I've got so much planned at this, and the ladies that have talked to me about different things, they can vouch. This One Team, One Mission
We'll have you crying.
will have you crying. I'm just going to tell you some of the things that we're doing, and that's a good thing, because it really puts things into perspective. We are doing some panels and stuff, but I want the people that have had struggles in this business, I want these people to be transparent with you and let you know that, you know what, we have all had struggles, but you can overcome anything, okay? So if you are not at that One Team, One Mission, you just got to be there, okay? You got to make sure you come. It's in the same building. It's right over here, okay? Tickets are
What time? What
$10
time?
bucks. It's a training and a One Team, One Mission. It's March 12th from 1 to 6. We're going to be giving back to help stop sex trafficking. So, sex trafficking, I don't know if you guys know, but sex trafficking is huge in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we're going to be doing a big taking donations and stuff and giving away a lot of cool things to help with to help stop sex trafficking, because it is such a big thing. And that's what it works about, is being able to give back and stuff like that. Okay, so make sure you get to that One Team, One Mission. There is one this coming Sunday. If you're going to be in town, Black Diamonds. Does anybody not know what a Black Diamond is in here? Okay, Black Diamond. There are 3 Black Diamonds. Now 3. No, there's 3 now. There's 3. Major Jones is not in this business anymore. Yeah, I will explain later. Major Jones, she is not in this business anymore. Yeah, I'll explain later. Okay. Anyways, a Black Diamond is somebody that makes at least $100,000 a month for 6 months in a row. Okay. Stephanie and Joel Dunn make probably about $300,000 or $400,000 a month. Okay. And you may tell you where they came from. They used to stand in food lines. Their house was going under foreclosure. They were having cars repossessed, and they did that in 6 years. Okay, because they care about more people than they care. They care about people more than they care about themselves. So they were at conference. Conference is huge. I'm going to tell you now. It's February. If you're worried about going to conference next year and you're worried about struggling, I'm going to tell you this year. Who in here didn't get to a conference? Who kicked themselves in the butt for not going to conference?
Every day.
Exactly right. A couple of these ladies that didn't go with me the first year, they kicked.
I had a legit excuse though.
Okay.
It was
what I'm
because
saying
of the pre-term labor.
Exactly. But you guys were like, man, I wish I could have been there. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody that goes to conference, it absolutely changes their business. So like I said, that's the biggest thing, is do not wait to buy your conference tickets. Get your conference tickets early.
Start saving now.
They will sell out, and you better save like now if you think money's going to be an issue. Okay.
And I'm going to green carpet.
Yes, green carpet's another thing. They haven't announced it yet. I mean, if you want to, the good thing is all of these trips are a tax write-off. You guys like tax write-offs, right? All right. Your plane, or if you drive, your gas, your hotel, all of that is a tax write-off.
Food.
Start saving for this stuff. I tell you what, but yeah, your food, everything is a tax write-off. Start saving for this. When I was first in this business, when I first joined, I barely ever went to trainings. I barely ever went to trainings. I told you my upline left me. I barely went to One Team, One Missions. My upline, she kicked my tail because I would miss One Team, One Missions for crazy things. And now I can see where she's coming from. Because now when somebody tells me, oh, I got such and such, I'm like, I don't care what you got. You need to be at 1 team 1 mission. So that's kind of like, that's my mentality now. And I understand where she's coming from. Because let me tell you what, we went to 1 team 1 or we went to conference. Let me tell you a little secret. I was discouraged before I went to conference. I was a little discouraged. I was like, man, we just got through Christmas. Christmas was hard for everybody. It was a hard month. I was a little discouraged. I didn't let anybody know that. And you know what? I sat there in conference and I was like, man, you know, I don't think presidential is fine. I'm comfortable. It's all right. I'm good. Presidential is good money, right? Yeah. I was like, this is fine. I'm the second highest leadership rank in the company. And everybody else on our team, they seem like they're doing all right. I was like, we're good here. And then I went to conference, and it puts things back in perspective. And you know what you have to get back in your head sometimes when you get in a slump, you have to realize you might not be pushing for yourself, but you have to push for everybody else. Okay? I might have not been pushing for myself then, and honestly, at conference, I didn't believe I was Ambassador Diamond. I didn't believe that. I thought, I'll never get there. When I look at my chart, I'm like, man, that's a long way to go. But let me tell you what, I am Ambassador Diamond, and I'll be dang, I will be Ambassador Diamond 2016, and I will not be sitting in VIP by myself next year. There will be people in this room making 6 digits a month like myself in VIP with me next year, okay? And then there are going to be people on stage. Who wants to be on stage? He said, you better raise your hand for that. No, because I'm going to be on stage. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You guys can do this, all right? If I can do this, I started my business in Grover. I know we got some Grover people in here.
Me.
All right? No stoplight in Grover.
No grocery store.
No grocery store, no nothing. I started this business in Grover.
No Walmart.
And let me tell you what, I started this business at 22 years old. Do 22-year-olds have money?
No.
No. 22-year-olds don't have money, all right? I started this business at 22, and you can tell you what I did. I just talked to people. I don't have a hard time talking to people. I just started opening my mouth like Lynn says. That's all this business is about. And that's all you have to do is open your mouth, get the rap on people, and get out there and blitz, all right? So as far as 1 Team 1 Missions conference, if you haven't got your ticket for 1 Team 1 Mission for Shelby, make sure you get that ticket, all right? Make sure you get here, because I promise you it's something you do not want to miss. You will kick yourself for missing it, all right? So I'm trying to think. I know I got one more thing, and then we're going to do something real quick. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. Can anybody think about any questions that you guys have as far as the party path, charting, Facebook, anything like that maybe that you had questions that weren't covered coming in here that you wanted to cover real quick? Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So nobody's got any questions for me?
Let me ask them.
Did you have any questions?
I thought we was, the part where we was on sign distributors. Like, how do y'all not get so discouraged when every day you get told no?
I'm going to say on to the next. That's it. It's all about here. It is all about here. This business is. We're about to watch a quick video. We're about to be. All right. Anyway, when you are talking to people, literally, you have to go for no. Okay. Seriously, you have to go for no, because you are going to have people. Let's say 90% of the people you talk to are probably going to tell you no. Yeah. And you know what? That's okay, because what you always have to think of, the more no's you get, you know what that's getting you closer to? Yes. That's getting you closer to a yes. I don't care if people tell me no, because if somebody tells me yes, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get a yes. It's okay. Okay. So you have to look at it like that. Like I said, this business, people don't make it because of this. They defeat themselves.
This gets in my way a lot.
They defeat themselves. You question yourself. And I can tell you that 95% of the people that quit in this business is because they didn't have it here. I haven't always had it here. It's something that you have to develop.
I didn't learn that last year.
You can ask Katie. There are days Katie has called me, and I'm like, Katie, get over it. Keep on going. And if you call your leader, you have to call your leader and make sure they have it here. Because if you call somebody else and they don't have it here, They gonna bring you down with them. Okay. So when you're having a bad day, you call your leader because you know me. Anybody knows me in here. If you call me and tell me excuse, what am I gonna say to you?
Get over it.
No excuses.
No excuses.
I don't handle excuses. I don't take excuses.
Exactly. I don't. People know me. People knows that. You know, I have dealt with a ton of stuff that you guys don't even know about. And there is, you don't hear me say excuses because I don't have any excuses. My child is my wife. My husband is my wife. And you guys being able to provide for your family and not live paycheck to paycheck. I know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck. I understand because I've been there. It's hard. It's not easy. Do you like telling your kids no, you can't buy them something?
I hate that every day. No, I can't do that because I don't got no money.
Push.
Yeah.
When you have a no, when you're scared to blitz somebody, that right there should push you even more. Okay? So the biggest thing is all about the mindset.
I can get over the blitzing because I blitzed the 2 college recruiters that was at my house talking to me and my son about college with greens last night.
Hey, that's the way to do it. All right, guys, we're gonna watch this real quick.
Sorry guys if I cry.
Yeah, me too.
So I'll let you know.
Yeah. I'm right there with you.
Echoes in eternity.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it.
Life is scary. Get used to it. There are no magic fixes. It's all up to you.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
What am I doing with my life? Am I living it, or am I just, going to some humdrum job that I don't really want to be at? Doing some minuscule task, getting paid to be a mindless drone? Or am I out there living life on my terms, the way I want to live it, doing the things that I want to do?
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We're all meant to shine as children. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same, as we are liberated from our own fear.
It's like you have to save your own life. Nobody's going to be able to save it for you. So we have to do what we have to do, no matter what it is.
Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Champions how you, whatever it is that you choose to turn that champion loose toward, attaining whatever dream that it is that you have is your own, but do it, and you can.
All right, guys. Alright, guys, so tell me that's not a motivational video. My husband told me when I showed him that because Sylvester was small, everybody was gonna come out here punching. That's like his role model. But anyway, you guys, these videos keep me going on a regular basis, and they played one similar to this at conference, and literally every time I watch these videos, I get so emotional because I know that my family is worth this, and that each person in this room, your family is worth this, okay? I know what this business has done. I'm sorry, guys. I know what this business has done for my family and so many other families on this team. And I know what it's like to have credit card debt and to have school loans. And, you know, CJ and I didn't think we were going to have kids for so many years because we didn't think we could afford it. And then God brought this business into our life. So just make sure that your heart's right and that you are truly trying to help everybody. Because if you put your best foot forward and you can sit there and tell, you know, everybody in here that you are truly working your business the hardest that you can, you will help everybody and you will be on stage and you will live a life that you never ever thought was possible. Because like I said earlier, I don't have a 4-year degree yet. I'm like 4 classes away. I'm so close. I don't have that degree. And I used to be embarrassed by that. I used to be embarrassed telling people that, but I'm not anymore because this is my job and this is the path that God has me on. And just because it's not the normal 9 to 5, and just because it's not something that I got with a degree, just because it isn't any of that, doesn't mean that I'm not making an impact on people. It doesn't mean that we're not changing lives. My husband and I were able to give back more this year. We were able to give back more than I used to make at my full-time job. Okay, we were able to help that many people between our church and other things. So that's my thing is don't give up because each of you can do that. Each of you can change lives. Each of you has it in you. You just have to believe it here. And once you get it here and once you believe it, you'll go to ambassador in no time. But you have to get it here first. All right. Does anybody have any more questions? All right. Sorry for getting all emotional with you guys. All right, so we're gonna be doing another one of these. I haven't booked it yet. It'll probably be maybe sometime towards the end of next month. But as soon as I get it all planned out, then I'll put it on KMWRAPS. All right, guys.
Cool.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody coming, and I hope you guys leave here with some good tips and are ready to work your business.
Sarah, don't get crying, just sit on the couch.